It's a big welcome to Exmoor, and Graham and I are going on a safari with Johnny Kingdom, the much-loved television wildlife filmmaker.
He does various programmes on BBC Two.
Johnny, a former poacher and village gravedigger, had a terrible accident felling a tree when it fell on top of him. No longer able to do physical work, his life changed when a friend lent him a camcorder and he started filming wildlife videos on Exmoor and selling them. So what do you remember from his TV series?
I remember the series Year on Birds.
The safari consisted of two 4x4 vehicles driven by Johnny and his son Stuart. For the first 2 hours, Graham and I and a young woman called Mel were driven by Johnny as we set off along the road across the misty moorland. On the dashboard was his hat with feathers of the white owl and the pheasant. Among the badges around his hat was one from the guide dogs for the blind. A previous hat was sold on Cash in the Attic TV programme for £400 in aid of the guide dogs. Wearing a camouflaged jacket, trousers and green shirt, he started pointing out wildlife, including rabbits and a buzzard. There were tracks of deer down one bank on one side of the road where they had crossed to get to the farmer's field to eat the roots. He stopped the car near two holes in a bank, with freshly dug earth outside it. There were badger sets. He pointed out the good things about this much maligned animal, accused of carrying TB.
Badger's a very clean animal. He changes his bedding regular.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes it outside and he hopes for a bit of sun.
Yeah.
This is all about. When it dries out, he takes it back down again.
Yeah.
Badger got his own private toilet. He'll never mess here.
No.
He'll go away and do it somewhere else. He'll take a hole in the ground sometimes and and that's how clean the badger is. They say the badger is carrying a big disease,
TB, isn't it?
Yeah.
which they've not proved. January, February is the baby's time, and to see the babies, you don't see them until they're nearly 3 months old. So think of bluebell time. Okay, early May.
Yeah.
That's when you
badgers.
see. That's when you see them playing.
That's it. Yeah.
And if you see badgers playing like I have, you have a different view on them.
Johnny pointed out some Exmoor ponies, which were brown with black tails and manes. They have to be brought in once a year to be checked. Johnny has amazed viewers with his horse whispering, with his head against the side of a pony's face, as he explains.
You must never look a pony in the eye, is that right? Because the pony sees evil on you. And I was there, I had 2 days on it. They brought the ponies in the night before, and that afternoon I was loading that one up in an horse box on my own. It's patience. You look at the pony on the side.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you follow the pony. But it took a lot of time. But I forgot all the people was watching me, and I couldn't see none of them. Because I was inside that animal, and that is gospel fact.
Can you see it?
I was inside that animal. I got my body in with him. And that pony knew that. And the next thing I was doing is walking it up into the loading into a trailer. That's a wild animal.
Yes. Horse whispering.
Oh yes, different.
Did you actually talk to them quietly or breathe into the nostrils like that?
You try and you do it with your hand a lot, like not looking at the head, not with the eyes and something, looking at the side of it all the time.
Yeah.
And then the pony will come to you. Very clever, isn't it?
We all got out of the cars, and Johnny stood in front of a valley to the sound of sheep and their lambs. Among where the sheep were grazing were many mole heaps, not liked by the farmers. What are mole heaps?
Mole,
Johnny?
Well, it's wildlife. It's wildlife.
Yeah.
It's a mole.
It's a mole, okay.
A mole.
Yes.
The black thing that long.
Yeah, about 6 inches.
When you see them, when you see that even earth in the ground like this, that's a mole.
Pile. It's a mole heap.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you this: if you go Johnny Land, where there's a lot of them, if you go there between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I'll guarantee you one of those heaps will be moving. And you'll see the earth tumbling.
Yeah.
And the mole comes higher and higher.
Yeah.
Then he goes right. He'll heave 3 times on a trot, and he'll come up and nearly pick his nose at the top. What happens then? The farmer kicks him out of the ground. Why? Because he does all the damage. Up there in the corner, Dave.
Yeah,
See the sheep?
okay.
See all those
the
black-
sheep. I can see the sheep.
What, yeah, but how many you see the mole heaps?
The mole heaps. Ah.
Those little brown spots.
That, oh yes, I can see loads and loads of them. Yes.
That's right. Well, there you
They're
go.
quite a mess, aren't they? The springtime is also when the deer lose their antlers. Johnny stood with some antlers, demonstrating the 3 stages that antlers grow, from one point on each side of the head to these magnificent antlers.
It only takes 3 months to grow a complete set again. Just 3 months, and it grows all this again. And sometimes you'll come up with an extra point. This is what you call a royal head.
Right at the top of the hill, on the left-hand side, is about 15 deer. You can see them through the mist.
You can see 2 pheasants going across the grass.
You can do, yes, among the sheep. During the rutting season, you were chased by a stag.
Yes.
So what happened?
The stag went up, I went up a tree.
Yes.
I've been up a tree for an hour and a half, waiting for a stag to go away.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't go away, it was going round the tree in the bottom, looking up to me.
Yes.
That was a big stag. That stag was called Bruno, before the days of the emperor, because that was his son. The
Yes.
emperor was the son of Bruno. Now, a lot of people don't know that.
I've heard of Emperor.
Yeah, the emperor, that was a long time ago. The Bruno had 8 points on the very top. 8.
Yes.
Now, just now you saw one with 3. But Bruno was 8 and 7 on the top. Brow Bay Tray, 7 and 8 points on the top. Like a moose to look at.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do next. I want to go and do the moose. I want to do the moose in the rut in Canada, because the reason we want to do that is a red deer stag, a 300-pound red deer stag, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very big, isn't it?
Yeah.
But a moose can go up to 1,000 pound. So I want someone to take me over there to do the moose in the rutting season, either Canada, Poland or Norway, because that's where the moose are. I've never seen one, but it would be a good thing for me to see the biggest deer in the world.
So that's your big TV programme project then?
Yes, that's what I'd like to do.